All right.
Yo, yo, yo. Yeah, man.
So right. So yesterday. So it was what's been going on for me. For me. So I don't know if you've been hearing, but speaking of hip hop
Yeah.
and 2000s, are you familiar with what's going on with P Diddy?
I heard he got slapped by Buster Rhymes. That might do something good for his career.
Yeah, I heard about that. I don't know the details on that, but I thought
Likes to butt rape people.
so. Pretty much what has happened, allegedly, that he settled out of court recently for like probably 100 mil. Is are you familiar with his longtime girlfriend Cassie? She was like a one
I
hit.
got a crush on her.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So this is this is crazy, right? So he's been with Cassie for a long time. So recently, about a month ago, she had came out publicly on Diddy, and she had a lawyer write up a whole thing, and she sued him for pretty much a bunch like rape and a bunch of kind of drugging her and all kinds of different types of stuff. And inside of this large document that she did with her lawyer, she goes on in detail about certain incidents with Diddy. And essentially in their relationship, she claimed that over her 15-year relationship, Diddy pretty much had her at was in control of her and all that. And he
Possession? Like spiritual possession?
no, like not physical. And he would like the big thing's obviously the sexual stuff, right? Because there's been rumors for a long time that Diddy is like gay or whatever like that. Um, so anyways, she claims that he would have her essentially he would have her procure and get male prostitutes to fuck her, like big black dudes, etc., to fuck her, and he would like watch her and jerk off and stuff like that, and record it and like direct it and stuff like that. And he had her do that for like years, and he would call these events for years. I mean, like 15, their whole relationship. He would call these events freak offs. This is not rumors. Like this is like she came out with this with her lawyer, and it's obviously took the internet by storm. And in 24 hours after she released this, Diddy settled with her. He settled with her out of court. That the rumors are like around 100 mil, but no, obviously, but definitely no less than $30 million, because prior to her and her lawyer releasing this, they had approached him and said, "Hey, like we're gonna do this, and if we want 30 mil," he said no, and well, the rest is the rest. So we can look over that. But that's kind of just a prelude to what I really want to talk to you about, because that's kind of a big story, because it's real freaky and stuff like that, and it kind of goes to the powers that be, these high level people who practice a lot of um sex magic and ritual sexual abuse, and it's part of their power. They get power from it, from wherever. But it's interesting because recently, what has resurfaced was about 5 years ago. So this resurfaced yesterday, and I'm gonna share this video with you. 5 years ago in Florida, there was this guy down south in Miami who broke into a Trump hotel, and he shot it up. Pretty much, he went crazy and he shot it up. And the FBI and all the other three-letter agencies interrogated him. And in this interrogation, The guy's name is Jonathan Obi. Okay, he's like he was born in South Africa, but he comes from Argentinian descent. Like his parents are from Argentina, and he's a interesting guy. So he kind of has like a Spanish accent, but he also kind of has like a South African accent, which is like a weird, fucked up accent. And anyways, they interview him, and in this interview, this is 5 years ago. Okay, this is 5 years ago. 5 years Trump was in office at this time, 2018. In this interview that the FBI, they're interviewing him, and the Secret Service, they're questioning him like, tell me about yourself and blah blah blah. And he goes on and says the reason why he did all he's doing is because, well, he got down the rabbit hole because he was a paid sex slave for Diddy and Cassie, and that he would fuck Cassie. Verbatim, he says this, that he would fuck Cassie and he would masturbate to her, to them, that happening. He was like a cuck for her, whatever. And then he would overhear Diddy have these conversations, because Diddy would have conversations on Skype or with speakers and on speaker and stuff like that. That he would overhear him having conversations, these crazy conversations about the stuff that always comes out, and that essentially that Diddy's part of the Boule, and you're familiar with the Black Boule, and that it's a spin-off. Think of it as a spin-off, like a TV series. Think of it as a spin-off of the Illuminati, or these orders, Skull and Bones. Boule, the Black Boule is like it's a fraternity, like a black fraternity, I was curious to see that Diddy did attend a black college. He attended what's the popular black college? Not Brown. He attended a famous black college. You see my screen?
No. Maybe. Hold on. Okay, yeah.
All right, cool. That's good. All right. He attended a Howard University. Okay. So I'm gonna show this video to you, but before I show you that, so like if you listen to this 5 years ago, you'd think this guy's crazy. I mean, for guys like me and you that have heard these stories before, I mean, so like he does come off like someone in psychosis, especially as someone who's been I worked in the psych hospital for many years, I worked in a mental institution for like 4 years, so he definitely has that vibe, but also he could also still be telling the truth, right? Two things can could both be true. So
this is the guy, the sex worker guy that seems to be like he's
well, this is if you just watch the interview, this is what he's claiming, and you're thinking, oh, this dude is crazy. But if you do further research into him, like just regular Google research, you'll come to find out that prior to this event, he is a officially documented sex worker. He's a male stripper, like one of those, like he's like a bodybuilder a little bit. So he's like one of the dudes that would go to like those bachelorette parties and stuff like that. There's photos of him doing that. I'll show you that. And there's also, he also did porn, where like he would, I didn't look at it, but I guess porn, officially he did porn where he would wear like a big, it was called like teddy bear or some shit like that, where he would wear a big like teddy bear mask, a helmet, and he would like fuck like a bunch of chicks like in parties. Yeah, I didn't watch it, but like there's like a picture of it. So apparently like he was in sex work, and in the Cassie lawsuit, she says that Diddy would force her to do these things called the freak offs, and that make her like find men.
So Diddy was her pimp.
Yeah.
And now she's independent.
Well, now she's rich, but
Damn, that sucks.
well, yeah. I mean,
That must be tough to be in that position for her.
well, now she's married and she has kids, and yeah, she's married and she has kids,
Are
and
you able to do like sound effects? Like,
I think eventually will be able to do that.
good for
Um,
her. She's been a good one.
she's married and she has kids now. I think she has 2 kids, and for her to come out with this stuff, oh, there we go. uh, uh, it's kind of embarrassing. Let me see if I can find the actual lawsuit. Wish they didn't make it so fucking hard to find the actual.
Would TMZ have it?
Um, there we go. All right. Well, this is like a. It's not the actual one, but it's like a. Okay, wait. Cassie Law couldn't find here. Okay, here, found it. This is the actual lawsuit right here. So we can read it. I mean, that's not. I don't want to read it the whole thing or anything like that, but. She's claiming that he raped her and all that kind of stuff. Forced Mrs. Ventura, because her name is Cassandra Ventura. So forced Miss Ventura to engage in sexual acts with male sex workers while masturbating and filming the encounter. Amongst a lot of other crazy stories. But she goes into detail about this. But, this is stuff that we've been hearing about that these powerful people do. They're like, they have to do this kind of behavior. It's very much correlated with that kind of behavior. And even without the conspiracy aspect of it, the fact that if you were just to remove that, the fact that there's a man who, whether he went crazy or not and did the whole thing at the Trump Hotel, is irrelevant because this guy's a known sex worker, male sex worker in Miami, which Diddy lives in Miami. He's very known to live in Miami. And this dude is a known sex worker who 5 years ago stated these things that people wrote off to him being crazy and nut job. And it's common to find out that 5 years later, it's more or less true, And it makes you wonder when we listen to the interview right now, what if that's true? There's 3 options. One option, everything's a lot it's a great coincidence. Everything's a lie. What he's saying, he's a nutcase. The second option is that he says one thing here that 5 years later comes to be true that he wasn't lying about, And so maybe all the other stuff he's talking about is true. And then the third option is that somewhere in between, where some of the things he said is true and the rest he's a nutcase. But I think it's really option number two. So this is the guy. So this is the interview. So pretty much, I'm gonna mute it real quick. But
Oh, wait a second. Do you know who was in this hotel at this time?
who?
I think Grant Cardone was in the hotel at this time.
Oh yeah.
I think he was at a hotel when there was a shooting.
Yeah. So pretty much this guy, he didn't.
It was a Trump tower or something.
Yeah, this guy, it wasn't. He didn't kill anybody or shoot anybody. I mean, I think he was shooting at the police after they like pulled up on him, but he didn't go there, and he'll explain it in his interrogation. He didn't go there to like harm anybody. He went there to like make a big deal or whatever and try to expose Trump or expose like look how crazy dude slipped. That's funny. Why is he? Oh, he's in socks. That's why. Like that's funny. All right. So we'll listen to. I'll fast forward some of it, and then some of it we'll listen to.
Yeah. So on my end, it doesn't have any sound right now.
Okay, let me see if I can fix that. Can you right click on the video, like on Discord, and make sure the volume's all the way up?
Yeah, the volume is up.
You don't hear any volume when I press play?
No.
Oh. Can you hear it now?
I can hear it. Yeah.
All right. So pretty much he's saying that that Diddy, DJ Khaled, and Rick Ross, that they're all gay. This guy's fast forwarding the video.
Yeah.
But he talks about you know about the Illuminati card game stuff and all that, right? How
I
that.
actually don't, but I can imagine.
Now my fucking computer is acting up. All right, coincidentally, my application crashed. I'm telling you.